Welcome to First Class or Trash. My name is Mike Gunderson. I am the founder of Gunder, and this is our first episode of 2026. I'm really excited to share some new creative with you guys and see whether this is first class. Does it something we open and something we respond to, or is it trash? Does it end up right in the recycling bin? And my partner in crime is Eric Smith. Eric, why don't you introduce yourself?
Yeah, Eric Smith. I'm the president and COO of Incremental Media. We're an offline marketing agency here in New York. And let's jump right into the piece. So I will say one of the better direct mail pieces I think I've seen in a while, just from a pure straight postcard standpoint. So follows pretty much every best practice that we have. It's got a strong headline and leads with the offer, which I think is great. Has the offer on both sides, which we don't always see, and they do a really good job of promoting that. I noticed on the back it says Visa prepaid card, and on the front, I don't believe it promotes the prepaid card part. It just has the 60 days, but still really great offer. Text kind of headline in the top left, logo in the top left, image on the right. I mean, all the sort of psychological best practices that we have. Even the icons on the back, I think, are really clean and nice and digestible. So, yeah, I think it's a really fantastic piece. What do you think, Mike?
Yeah, I was looking at this. I think this is every door direct mail. So if you notice down here, it says our neighbor, but it is going to an address. So it could
Hmm.
be just saturation mail. But I do like this. I have to agree with you. It has all the pieces that I love. It's got a really great offer to get them to respond. It's got a really great headline. I thought the imagery was really fun and the colors were really energetic. And I thought that the call to action down here at the bottom, locked up with the QR code, was solid. The $50 gift card, I think, is a pretty good deal, especially if you're also getting a lower price for internet service. So I think that's neat. And then on the reverse side, I thought it did a good job of, kind of recapping those benefits and giving them a reason to take advantage of the offer. However, there were a few things that I think could be improved here. One thing in particular that really kind of struck me was this: the back side of the postcard doesn't really match with the front side of the postcard. And I think they could have easily have just used that imagery of the spaceman and the woman, even in the bottom left corner, maybe added in some of that purple color. I think something like that could have really been a good addition to the piece. And then second, the second main component that I'm not loving about this is that there's no expiration date. So there's really no reason to really get them to sign up today. That's a great offer. It should be a limited time offer to really get them to to engage. And then finally, no QR code on the address side of the piece. I thought that was a huge miss, but all in all, I have to agree. I think it's a really well designed piece. What about you?
Yeah, I mean, I think I kind of said the positive aspects. The only things that I might change were either, on the front, they do have a phone number, which we see a lot in like home services, kind of like this. So, but the URL is in white, and usually like the phone number would be in white also, just from like a consistency standpoint. So minor things, but something to improve. I agree with your point that the sort of back doesn't have necessarily the same brand look and feel, and you don't know what side somebody's going to kind of see first on a postcard. So it's good to have it sort of be consistent there and be eye catching the way the front is. Otherwise, I think it's a great piece. I think, not that we would know this, but I would be curious to A/B test a larger format, something like a self mailer or something that, just to see if it gets better response than a postcard, which we have seen in a lot of cases. But overall, I'm giving this, besides the tweaks we've talked about, a definite first class. But what do you think, Mike?
Yeah, I mean, other than the few tiny, kind of minor adjustments I would make, the only other big one that I think I would add to this is there's a really good line on that fourth bullet. It says, "We'll buy out your contract up to $200." So I think, A, that's very cool. But right next to that, or even as part of that bullet, and it's easy to switch. So somehow have that it's easy to switch. I noticed in all of this copy, there's no easy to switch messaging. And I think that that would be really strong. And then obviously just add a stronger urgency at a expiration date or offer good till date, just to get people motivated to act now. So all in all, I'm calling this one a first class.
Yeah, same.
All right,
Thank you everybody for coming, and we'll be seeing you next episode.
excellent. Thank you.